I love this idea. Hell yeah. All right, I'm officially all on board for the Apple Watch Series 9. That's kind of dope. So I get these comments on every single video I make when I'm automating something. This one was on my last video where I used the iPhone action button to automatically order me Starbucks. And like, I kind of get where you're coming from. It seems like I'm trying to avoid the hard work of actually ordering my Starbucks myself, or like in Smart Home's case, turning on a light switch by automating that. But like, I am saving no time doing this. Trust me, the amount of time I spend setting this stuff up, troubleshooting it, fiddling with it, upgrading products and testing new stuff, I am so net negative on my time than if I were to just do all this stuff manually. I don't do this because I'm trying to like hyper optimize my life down to every second. I do it because it's fun. It's like a fun little game to play to optimize things and build all these cool, unique solutions for unique problems. And on top of that, there's another layer to this too that most people don't understand. I'm pushing a lot of limits doing things that seem totally ridiculous, but that's how innovation happens. Things don't innovate by just stagnating and doing something that seems simple and easiest and the most straightforward. Like, imagine criticizing the guy that's literally inventing the car because he's lazy because he's not willing to walk. Like, I get it, but again, with having that attitude, things don't happen, things don't move forward. And the last thing I'll say to this comment, and the main reason why I'm even addressing it, outside of just poking fun and back and forth with you guys, is a lot of this stuff may seem like it's lazy, but what I'm realizing for the smart home stuff especially, what may seem lazy to some is accessible to others. Like, take even the Starbucks order. If somebody has crippling social anxiety and they're not willing to go walk in and make an order, maybe it will make their life a little bit easier if they're willing to tap a button and just grab a coffee. Or with the smart home stuff especially, maybe somebody doesn't have the motor skills to turn on and off the light switch, and automating it to turn on when they walk in and out of the room could be hugely beneficial to them. Anyway, no hate. I know for a fact that these comments aren't actually attacking me by any means. They're just poking fun. Banter on TikTok is one of my favorite parts of it, but I wanted to address that because I think there's some important dialogue that comes out of it. Thanks you guys for watching. I appreciate all of y'all. 1 month later, iPhone 15 Pro action button. What am I actually using this thing for? I obviously had all these crazy automation ideas, but what I settled on is kind of embarrassing, but I like it, so I'm gonna show it to you anyway. So I have it running a Siri shortcut that basically does 3 or 4 different things based on where I am or what time it is, and the number one thing that I use this for is to order my Starbucks. I know this sounds ridiculous, but it works so well. I walk by the same Starbucks every day, so if I push the action button when I'm within 100 meters of that Starbucks, it'll queue up my order at that Starbucks. It sounds crazy, but walking by the Starbucks thinking, I want a coffee, reaching in my pocket, click clack, and having it there ready for me, it's just cool. I love it. It's a good use for the action button. I will stand by that till the day I die. It's not a fancy smart home automation, but I like it. If I'm not by the Starbucks, there's a few other things it checks for. If it's after 11 p.m., it shuts down all the lights in my house. So if I go to bed and my girlfriend's asleep and I don't want to wake her up with all my smart home nonsense, I just tap that button on the side of my phone. The whole house shuts down, the door locks, all the lights shut off. It's really useful and I use it literally all the time. The other and last thing it'll check for is if I'm sitting at my desk, it uses this presence sensor here that can detect where I am in the room. If I'm sitting at my desk and I push the button, it'll turn all the lights off in my office except for these LEDs. I call it my gaming mode, and it just makes my desk set up nice and cozy and not so much light pollution to hurt my eyes. And lastly, if I'm not at my desk, not by Starbucks, and it's not past 11 p.m., the default is just toggling my focus mode. I use focus mode all the time to just hard mute notifications when I'm working or whatever, and it works great. This action button setup has been prime for me. I use it all the time. I don't think I'm going to change it. I know it's not crazy smart home automation, but it works, and I find it actually useful, and it's a reasonable way for me to use the action button. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys use your action buttons for.